positive. I think there is a lot of goodwill to make something out of Copenhagen. There is the president of the COP has more or less assured everyone that she would like to preserve the current tracks of negotiations, both the Kyoto Protocol as well as the convention. She has given that assurance, which is very, very heartening. But certainly there are, from some quarters, we have also heard that there are fast-track funds to be given and so forth. But I think as a country, while we welcome these sort of funds, we would like also to ensure that this is matched with long-term emissions. I think the preservation of to stabilize the environment, it will be considered success. So as long as we have this long-term goal while having short-term financial mechanisms to adapt to climate change, to mitigate and so forth, I think that's important. But so far, funds that have been that has been announced this morning is still insufficient. I think a figure of 10 billion has been once again mentioned. For us, that is very, very that is not sufficient. It's inadequate. UNDP has done a report giving, but it's a very conservative amount, which is about 86 billion per annum. So 10 to put that against 10 billion, this is really too small. And I think one of our major concerns is with the convention as it is, because there are so many commitments that have been made in the current convention, that pledges that have not been met. So even if we look at the adaptation aspect for LDCs, NAPAs, only five LDCs out of 49 countries have had their NAPAs funded, basically because there's not enough money. So, and we are really talking about it was just about 200 million. So if we hear of offers of 10 billion or whatever, or even to try to work to increase it, first we need to know how it will be managed. Secondly, where the source, we need to identify its source, because I think we must learn from past practice in which pledges were made and were not lived up to. So I think this being here more gives us the opportunity really to have that dialogue going and try to really improve on the current multilateral mechanisms. But most importantly, I think if there is anything that is going to be agreed, it has to be within a multilateral framework, because sometimes when we leave it out to the World Bank, when it's managed externally or if it's managed bilaterally, it will depend on the institution. So sometimes it is already difficult for us to access a lot of things in certain institutions that I think we would like to ensure that if there are funds, we would like to have it within the multilateral and easy access and sufficient and adequate.